Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to The Road to Anywhere, a sequel to my Journeyman adventure we had last year on FM19. I love making that series. A lot of you liked it. It was once a week, one season a week on a Saturday night. So I thought we'd bring it back. I've been talking about it for a while, so I decided to bring it back. A lot of you have been asking about it and I'm excited to get going. So while you're here, why not smash the like button, help support episode 1, help support me and help support my channel. If you don't watch the Munchen Club and you've been wondering where I have been for a week, go and check out the last episode explaining that episode where I've been for the past week. But yeah, it's all about a brand new series, a brand new adventure, and I cannot wait to get started. But before we do get started, I just want to explain the rules of the series. So last year, the reason I did it, I've never done a Journeyman. I'm like a one club guy. Even when I play on my own, I like to have one team and I'll put 30 years into them. And I realised that I've played this game for so long and I very rarely leave England. Like 99% of the time I'm in England. So the whole point of the Journeyman last year was to not manage in England, was to go around the world randomly, and we did. I was in South America, Africa, Asia, all around Europe. But the main aim of the last series was to not manage in England. I couldn't manage there, that was a rule. This time I want to make it a bit different. I can't go back to England in this either, but in the last series I ended up in France, and I went in Italy, I was in Spain and Germany. We're going to wipe out the big five. So I can't manage in England ever. So don't ask. I can't manage in Germany, Italy, Spain, France. And I'm going to kind of avoid Portugal and Belgium and Holland. I want to go on a random adventure, not only around Europe, but in Asia, Africa, America, Canada. We can do Canada now, can't we? So I've loaded up a lot of leagues. We've got tons of leagues. I've loaded extra leagues like Montenegro. And I'm going to go into this with average qualifications and a million job opportunities and see where we land. And I did land somewhere. It's a team I've never heard of in a country I don't think I've managed in. I'm pretty certain I've never been here before. But anyway, thank you for checking out episode 1. Hopefully you'll stick with the whole series. I do appreciate it. Go and check out my other content if you're new. And stick around for all my new stuff. But let's go. Let's hit the road and let's see where we ended up. So I've been really looking forward to getting on another adventure. So like I said, loads of leagues. I mean, loads of random leagues like Czech Republic, Montenegro, Israel, stuff like that. So there's loads and loads of managed jobs out there. I like this bit. Now, one feature I think is new, because I don't remember it last year. You have an assistant, which I think you had last year. But this year on FM20, they'll come to you once a week and say, these 2 jobs are out there. I think you've got a good chance of getting them. And I think that's so handy. Because previously, I always felt like you had to apply for a load of jobs without really knowing if you've got a good chance of getting it. Whereas now, you can just fixate really on a 1 or 2 that your assistant says you've got a great chance of getting it. And that's going to be really helpful, I think, on my adventures. So, my assistant did come to me with a few jobs. I applied for them all, and this is where I landed. I've ended up here in the second tier of Danish football with a team called FC. Right, now I've looked online, and online I watched a Danish travel show and it said Fredericia. Where I want to call it Fredericia, but Fredericia. So I'm just going to go off that Danish site. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Now, before we look at the second tier, this is the top tier. So the Danish league is the 14th best league in the world. And there's some famous teams here. Midtjylland, which looks like we must be linked to. Obviously, AB or whatever they're called. So we've got teams, Brøndby, Copenhagen. Yeah. Be nice to get there one day. But it might be a bit hard. So this is our division. 59th in the world. Wow. Wow. So on my Journeyman last year, I started in the 3rd division of German football. So we're a division below that. So I'm starting a little bit lower than last year with a team I have never heard of. We're a mid-table team. Brilliant. The board, I think the board just wanted me to get top half. But I had no idea what I was going to be able to do. Did I have any money? What were my players like? Staff? What am I... It's all new to me, but this is the fun bit, innit? So this is the club vision. and they do just want me to work within the budget. What budget? You can see the budget down there. I've not done anything yet. That is my budget. £5 transfer budget. Woohoo! 16 grand wage budget. And they just want us to get in the top half of the league, really. 3rd round of the cup. So this is the main page for the club. So let's have a look. Last year they finished 6th the year before, and they've been a bit average, haven't they? They got up to 3rd once. Whoopity-doo. They managed 3rd again, so they're not the best team. Now, they were only founded in 1991, so they've not really got the biggest history. They've not been around long enough to really do anything special. Still a baby, aren't they? Affiliate-wise, like I said, I knew we'd have some kind of affiliate. We are FC Midtjylland's little bitch, but that's fine. Hopefully we can get some good players from them. Now, the club and the city, it's like, you might have seen it on the fly-through map. It's based, I think it's like in East Denmark, right on the coast. It looks... And it's an amazing place. It looks beautiful. It's not going to be a bad place to live. I can see myself settling down here. The stadium is a 4,000 capacity. It's only got 1,400 seats. Built in 2006. It's nothing to shout about. I think some of the stands are made out of mud, are basically hills. But it is what it is. Corporate facilities, adequate, basic, poor, basic, 1-year sponsorship deal, blah, 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 blah. We're starting low here. We're starting low. But I can't wait to go on this adventure, man. I just want to go to the most random places, try different things out, and see what we can learn. This is the main general page where you find out the rivals, and their rivals are the B 1909. Never heard of them. Other rivals, never heard of any of them. So I don't know. We haven't got any legends, but we haven't been around long. We're only a 2-star club. This is different, isn't it? I've not been at a club like this since my Journeyman last year. Like I showed you on the club vision page, financially, we're not in a good spot, really. I mean, I'm starting out with minus 265 grand. It's basically going to be work with what you got in it. It's going to have to be. This is my squad to start out with. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stars there, but that's relative to your team, innit? I won't get excited by that. I mean, there's just no balance here at all. I really need to try and do something. One thing I always say gives you an advantage at any team, even when you've got no money, is your staff. Well, this ain't giving me much of an advantage either. I've not got many spaces to really improve. I can bring in 2 more coaches. Hopefully I can maybe improve other areas. So, I had the pre-season and I brought in as many players as I could. Some I've promoted from the youth team just because I had to. But I managed to get a lot of players in on loan, which is quite good. So it's a good thing to do when you've got no money. I've done it on certain rebuilds on my channel. It's the best I could do. So we're going to to go through the whole squad. It'd be insane. It'd take forever. I'm going to try and show you my best team. Now I've put a tactic together. I'm going to try and do that on this series. Try and make my own. Sometimes I'll go for it myself. Sometimes I'll take some off someone else and a bit off someone else and try and make my own out of it. I'm not the most original when it comes to tactics. Sometimes I go a lot simpler, and I think I might do that at certain points during this Road to Anywhere adventure. But for now, I had to go along. Sometimes you just got to try and build a tactic around your squad, haven't you? And I had a lot of AMCs, so that's what this tactic's going to be about this year. But I mean, I've got an half decent squad, but until you go out there, you look at them. Sometimes you think, God, the shit, they don't look very good. But until you get out there on the pitch, start playing games, you don't know, do you? You don't know what your tactics are like. You don't know what your players are like. So it is what it is. But we'll have a look at the best 11. My goalkeeper is Alexander Nybo, and he is ours. And he's not bad. Good reflexes, good handling. 24 years old. Pretty happy to have him. At right back, we've got Jacob Boos, 22-year-old. Again, he's Danish. He's it's the best we've got. He can use both feet. Just don't let him take a penalty. Don't expect any flair at all. Over to my left back, and I was quite happy with this kid, Ritter. Nicolaj Ritter. He's 27. He's Danish as well. Worth 78 grand. Legend. Left-footed, but he's got a bit of pace. I reckon he'd be okay in this league. Over to my central defenders, and we've got Eric Nissen. Again, Danish, 22 years old, worth 86 grand. Not the quickest. If that's my best, I'm a little bit worried. Now, the rest of my centre-halves are all loan players because I didn't have anyone else. Now, this kid I quite like. We've got him from AAB. I don't know what you really call him. I call him AAB. He's 18 years old and he's got determination. Decent physicals. I'd say he's definitely better than our actual player. We've also got this kid who looks about 9. He looks like he's 9 years old. Shitty now. And then we've got this lad who again is very young. He's Polish, on loan from a team, I think, from Poland, I think. So yeah, them are defenders. So if you watch all my content, you'll know I very rarely use an AMC attacking midfielder here. Very rarely. So I've just got a good one. Probably one of my best players, Augustin. So I've had to really build a team around him. He's worth $250,000 and he's pretty good for us. So yeah, the team's built around that lad and he looks super Danish, doesn't he? Couldn't be any more Danish than Andreas Augustin. If we go back though, main midfielder is on loan from Midtjylland. It's Nicolaj. Is it Nicolaj? Or whatever his name is, Kirk. Captain Kirk. 21-year-old, so he's a decent player from a big time team. We've also got a few other players. Christian Edge. Like Christian and Edge from like innit? WWE, do you remember? If you're young, you might not know who they are, but I used to love them, Christian and Edge. Top. They're actual mates in real life, grew up together, made it into the WWE together. And then we've got Matthias Gertsen. So yeah, you can see what we've got there, can't you? Over to my right wing, and we've got left winger Adrian. Again, I think he's Polish. He is. He's 19. And the Poles like to come to Denmark, don't they? And then over on the left, we've got an AMC, Kierkegaard. We've got a few players here that could probably help out. It's going to be one of them, though. When my first team 11 gets injured, we might be in trouble. Going forward, we've got Dennis Hogue, who is 30. He's one of our own, although I don't particularly like him. I mean, he's not really a natural striker and he's finishes 8. This is probably going to be my main man. Anders Holvad. Again, he's one of ours, 29 years old. He's slow as... I mean, I could run quicker than him and I've got a slip disc. But for this division, hopefully finishing up 12 is good. So with all them loan additions and with fleshing out the squad a little bit, the bookies have bumped us up to 5th. But that's not great. I think getting out of this league is hard. Because you've got to win the league. There's no playoffs. There's no anything else. There's no second place, second bottom in the top. There's nothing like that. It's one team for one team. So it's tough. You've got to win the league to get out of the league. So we're going to need a freaking miracle, aren't we, really, to be fair. Now, there's different periods, and this is what I like. Learning new rules. Even if they're weird, I enjoy this. So we've got a first period, which is from August to October, and you get some money here, I think, which is all right. And then you get the second period, which is from October to May. I don't know if that prize money is for the very end, or you get 2 lots of that prize money. I'm not sure what the difference is with the periods. I don't know much about periods, I'll be honest with you. And I was able to improve the staff a little bit, or enough, to be happy with it. It's the best I could do. They let me have 1 extra coach, so we've now got 4 coaches. One of them I'm absolutely buzzing with. Medical team is awesome. Scouting team, I've got another scout I could get. I just can't get any. I mean, there's loads of people want to come. They just want stupid, absolutely stupid wages that we can't afford. So this is why I was surprised to get this geezer. Robin Van Persie. It's cost me £1,000 a week. I mean, some of the other guys want 3. That is as max as we can go. I probably spent all my staff budget on him. And I mean, he's not outstanding or anything, but you think who he is. And I just imagine him in real life. Coming his first coaching job. Right. Imagine being in the 2nd division of Danish football. You're a part-time baker, part-time player. And Robin Van Persie's teaching you how to shoot. But this is my entire coaching team. We've got a goalkeeper coach, fitness coach. My assistant was decent. Couldn't get anyone better, so I've kept him. Morton, he is one of our own. So when it came to me, I don't want to start at the bottom. I think this still bores me this year compared to FM19. Your coaching badges, I think it needs improving, and they never seem to improve it. Plus, I just think it's shit. So I've started with an A license, so I'm going to do a little bit. I'm not maxing myself out. We're going to try and improve a little bit. And I started off as a professional footballer only because I wanted enough stats to give me adaptability. You need adaptability to get jobs abroad. I've done it before where I've not bothered with adaptability. That's fine if you want to stay in the same country, but the better your adaptability, the more likely you are to get jobs in different countries. So this is our pre-season. We played 5 games. This was I've not changed it. I left it as it is. So I don't really know some of these teams. Although this team, I know I'm old, right? And I shouldn't laugh, but they're called middle fart. Middle fart. I mean, what's a middle fart? Is it like just like an average fart, like not a or a little tss. It's like a middle fart. Brilliant. I want to be their manager, middle farts manager. That's a challenge for you. Can you win the top flight of Danish football with middle fart? Like I said, this is going to be my tactic. I've nicked bits of other people's. I can't be bothered. I do make my own next year, but this year I wanted to try and be a bit fancy because I had the AMC. I wanted to see how it was at this level. It's going to work, I don't know. So I've kind of borrowed bits of people, try to look at other people's tactics and see maybe what I like about them. And that's all I used to do. I used to imagine how I wanted to play and just try and find the things that do that. But I think if you overcomplicate it, that's overcomplicated. So that's what I wanted to do maybe going forward, simplify it. But I didn't this year. We stuck with this. Welcome to the 1st of December. Now, obviously, when I got to this point, I started to figure out what the first and second phase were, and I'll talk about them in a minute. But at this point, we're not doing too bad. 5th. I think that's where the bookie said we're going to be. 1-9, drawn 3, lost 7 at this point. No one in the top anything, but no, we were doing all right. I mean, like I said, I don't know what we were coming up against. I don't know what my players are really like. I don't think the tactic was that great, I'll be honest with you. And you don't know who you're coming up against. These teams, you're like, who are they? Are they any good? Are they supposed to be at the top of the league? Are they supposed to be at the bottom of the league? So what it doesn't show you properly in the rules section was, it looked like the second phase was massive. It's not. So basically the first phase is here, and you end up having a ton of time off. So you finish the league here at the end of November, and you have December, January, February off, and you come back in March. So you have 3 months off. So yeah, these are all the results. As you can see, we started off brilliantly. I'm thinking, my tactic is boss, or the 3 peoples I've nicked and squished together as boss. But yeah, we got beat, and then we've gone a bit sketchy, and then the form just went out the window. Absolutely out the window. But we also have the cup. I think it's called Sidbank Pokalen. That's what I'm calling it. Please help me out. So yeah, in the Sidbank first round, we drew those geezers and absolutely destroyed them 5-0. Next, we played our favourite team, everybody's favourite team from Denmark. The challenge I'm giving you is win the freaking top flight with them. If you did that and show me, prove it to me, email me the results. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll give you a pat on the back. Middle fart. Gets even better. This Danish Cup is a piece of piss. We played those and we beat them 6-1. Hey, look how many shots we had. Look at the freaking average rating. Next up, it's these. If you're new to my channel, you won't know how shit I am at pronouncing things I don't know. Unless you're called Smith or Jones or just Bob. I struggle. So yeah, that team, we beat them 4-1. And I'm thinking, could win this. We could really, really win it. But then we drew Rangers, our first top flight team. They're 9th in the league, but they are top flight, so they're going to be a proper test. So I think we've done really well, but I was thinking, yeah, maybe we've come to the end of the road. Well, this is the squad at this point, arranged by average rating, and some guys are really doing well. I mean, Augustin, who's suspended, I knew he was going to be the best player. I built the tactic around him, really. He hasn't really let me down. He looks brilliant when I watch him on the 3D. He looks brilliant. In this division, he's like Lionel Messi or something. Kevin De Bruyne, he's amazing. And Holvad is the guy I said I was going to play up front, and I was glad I did because he's just a good striker in this league. 16 goals. I'm happy with him. And I mean, a lot of these guys you probably don't know. Christian and Edge, who are the best tag team ever. They're doing really well in midfield. So I've got some good players here. Trouble is, I've got a lot of loan players, and I've got a lot of players who are going to run out of contract at the end of the year. They still won't let me do my coaching badges, but they haven't got any money up there, and they're not improving the squad. This is not one of them kind of teams where you're going to really improve much. You've just got to try your freaking best and hope you can do well. Well, it's the 1st of June. The season is well and truly over, so let's find out what happened at the end of the season. We'll start here with the Sidbank Cup. That's what I'm calling it. And we beat Randers. I called them Rangers. I know. I kept calling them Rangers, or thinking they were called Rangers all the time I played this. They're not called Rangers. But it just looks like Rangers, doesn't it? Anyway, we beat them 4-2. And this is a team from top flight. And I mean, it was a performance. Holvad is a legend. But then we came up against possibly the best team in Denmark at the minute. And our parent team. So we couldn't play one of our players against them. And they beat us 3-1. Although we kind of put up a bit of a fight in Holvad. I like him. But Midtjylland lost the final in extra time. From a goal from Santos in the 113th minute. FC Copenhagen. Is it Copenhagen? Or Copenhagen? Copenhagen. They won 2-1. So they won the cup. But they didn't win the league. Midtjylland did it by a point. How exciting is that? Eh? So they shared the trophies, the 2 main trophies. And they're the 2 teams that look like been battling out there for the last 5 years. So in the last 6 years now, that's going to be 3 titles for Midtjylland, 3 for Copenhagen. We finished 5th. We pretty much stayed in 5th all year. We're a pretty 5th kind of team. Although, look, joint top goal scorer with 16 goals is Holvad. Legend. So, like I said, one team comes up, but you might have noticed these 3 get relegated because it's different things. If you have a look here, you've got the Championship group, which is these boys, which obviously they won. There you go. Is that how they do it then? So that was that was the end. Right. So they got to the end of that league and won it by a point. So then it goes into the Championship phase, which looks like Midtjylland dominated, where they probably play each other. Similar to other leagues. I think Scotland's like that. So they absolutely dominated it. Fair play to you boys. Then you have the relegation stage. What? Right. That looks like fun. Group A. I mean, Group B. Really? So is this all the bottom half fighting it out? Well, relegation playoff final. So our division's really simple. Win it, you go up, or you get relegated. You go up, and it becomes an absolute shit show. Brain fuck. So we finished the season with £1 million in debt, and with probably no hope of paying off that debt. Yeah. Not only that, most of my team's going, as in from here upwards, which is going to leave me with about bloody hell 7 players, because my best player and a few others of my best players contracts are finishing and they don't want new ones. I know my loans are going and we're in debt. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What am I going to do here? Do I stay or do I just jump ship and hit that road? Well, to be fair, they give me a new deal, so I've got a longer deal, so they believe in me. It's just what kind of work am I going to be able to do here? I'm really going to have to, look for a lot of free signings and loan players. And I do kind of want to go on an adventure, so I was considering at this point what to do. Like, do I just stay and see what I can do? Well, I probably would be worse off than this year. Or do I just take this as a bit of experience? I've learnt a bit about Danish football and resign and wait to see if my assistant comes to me and says, yeah, there's some jobs here. Because of right now, there are a lot of jobs available. Like, loads of them. Look at all them. In Hungary, Hungarian 2nd Division, the Slovak 1st Division, Slovenian 2nd Division. I mean, there's a lot of divisions, a lot of countries, a lot of random places. I'd go to freaking Israel. But it doesn't, I mean, I was lucky to get my job. Not a lot came my way to get the job I've got here at FC Fred. I've had 1 season with them where I had a decent cup run and 5th in the 2nd tier. So you don't know, do you? You could be taking a massive risk. So there we go. That is the end of episode 1 of A Road to Anywhere. Hopefully you've enjoyed it enough to smash the like button. And you're interested enough to come on this adventure with me. It could last a long time. 1 episode a week. Sometimes I might do 2, depending on what's going on and how much time I've got. Now, I have gone into Season 2. I've played the majority of it. There's reasons why I've been able to play so much. I won't go into that now. So I know what's happening next year. But you don't. Do I stay? Do I go? Where the frig would I even end up at this level with my experience, which isn't a lot. But honestly, thank you for checking out this episode. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. Like I said, go and check out my old content. Stick around for me new and come on down this road with us to anywhere, because it honestly could lead to freaking absolutely anywhere. But that's the fun, innit? That's the fun. But yeah, smash the like button. Have a great day. I hope you're happy. I hope you're safe, and I hope you join me next week for the next installment of A Road to Anywhere. Take care. I'm Bood. I'll see you next time.